What's your story?
What does accessibility mean to you?
My name is Josh Basil, and I'm your co-host today on today's show. I'm a C45 quadriplegic, paralyzed below my shoulders, and a power wheelchair user. I'm a community relations manager at accessiBe and a passionate disability rights advocate and trial attorney, focused on breaking down barriers to access and inclusion for people with disabilities.
I'm Nova Craven. I'm your other co-host for today's show. I'm a past Special Olympics athlete and employee of Special Olympics International. I play bocce, basketball, and about any other sport you can think of. I love Special Olympics and the work our organization does to promote friendship, respect, and of course, inclusion.
In collaboration with the Berlin Local Organizing Committee, Inclusion Revolution Radio, and accessiBe have teamed up to release a podcast miniseries highlighting the Special Olympics World Games Berlin 2023. Guests will include athletes, coaches, volunteers, ambassadors, and technical delegates involved in the Games. We believe it's important to showcase all of the amazing work that goes into the World Games and how it serves as a catalyst for building a more inclusive world.
Today, we will be talking with Regan Holfley, who will be representing Team Canada at the Special Olympics World Games in Berlin. Regan has been an athlete for 15 years and has collected some impressive hardware during her career. She has dominated in her sports of athletics, winning a total of 75 medals. Welcome, Regan, to the Inclusion Revolution Radio podcast. We are so excited to have you here today.
Hi, Regan. Yeah, we are absolutely excited, and your 75 medals, that's incredible. But let's just dive right into it. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Regan. I'm from a small town called LaSalle, Manitoba, just outside of Winnipeg. I'm in Canada. I've been in Special Olympics for 15 years now, and I love it. And I'm part of an amazing club team in Winnipeg, and I've been on the team for 10 years.
That's awesome. And I know you with the World Games and everything. You love games, so let's play a quick game here. What comes to mind when I say the following words: inclusivity, accessibility, sports, and determination?
Strength, because it takes strength to get to these levels and to get to our World Games.
And like with that strength, how much did you have to put into it? How training and work? Like, tell us about kind of what went back into that to be a medalist.
Oh, it took a lot of training and mental work. When I wanted something bad enough, I knew what I had to do, and I knew I had to keep fighting and not give up on myself and keep pushing forward and never give up.
I love that.
Until I achieved my goal.
I'd love to know more about your background in Special Olympics. How did you get involved? And what sports did you play?
In 2008, a coach from a club team approached me because he had found out that I had an intellectual disability when I was volunteering at a track meet in Winnipeg. And of course, when I got approached, I wanted to take up the opportunity. So that following fall, I joined my first Special O team. And then in 2012, I joined my first track team. And I've been in track since 2011/12 until today.
That is amazing, totally amazing. Just keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Tell me more about your training process leading up to Berlin Games.
Well, right now I'm training 3 times a week. Sunday, Thursday, Tuesdays. I will be getting a personal trainer in the coming weeks, and I don't know what days I'll be training with that person, but I train 3 times a week right now, and my training regimen varies every practice. Some days I do longer runs, some days I do corners, and some days I do broken thousands.
Mm-hmm. Wow, even a personal trainer. That is wow.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready for the games.
Cool.
I love that.
Can't wait.
What was it like to have your dream come true with participating at the World Games?
It's like It's amazing, really. Like being able to experience these games is going to be a life changing thing for me. Yes, this is my second games, but it doesn't matter if it's your first or second games. It's still going to be like a lifetime experience. Being able to experience a world stage, experiencing athletes from around the globe, and meeting amazing people and meeting amazing athletes.
Have you been to Germany before?
I have not, and I'm actually really excited to be going to Europe because I actually have ancestry from Germany.
There you go. So welcome back to the homeland, and you're gonna be fighting for gold again. I expect that.
Yeah.
Um,
What would you tell other athletes who want to be where you are, where you're
Tell them,
at?
I would tell them, keep fighting, don't give up on yourself. If you believe you can do something, you will, but if you believe you can't, you will never achieve your goal.
that is a great answer, and always putting yourself out there and showing what you can. You never know what's possible until you try, and I think you're a testament to that.
Thank you.
And why is it so important for the Special Olympics and really other organizations to host large scale events like the World Games?
Because it shows athletes like us that we do fit in and that we do deserve the spotlight just like any other para or mainstream Olympic athlete out there. It shows us that we have a place in sport too.
And,
That we're just as good.
and so it's like it's a teaching moment at the same time of having competition, but it kind of paints a picture to the world of what's possible
It
for people
shows
with
people
disabilities.
like that are normal that people like us can do what they can do. Nothing can hold us back.
It's all about inclusion. Let us
Exactly.
participate. Let's have a fighting chance to dance and win a medal. And I'm still in awe. 75 medals. It's an incredible feat.
I need
Thank
to
you.
definitely catch up with that. I definitely need to catch up with that one. What has been your favorite experience with Special Olympics?
Oh, I have a lot of favorite experiences. I have really good experiences from nationals I've been to in the past. Like in Nova Scotia, I got to go to the Atlantic Ocean for the first time, and I got a gold medal in the pentathlon, and I made some new friends out there. And then my number one favorite experience has to be my first World Games in Dubai because that experience was like amazing. Like that's a once in a lifetime trip and a once in a lifetime experience where you get to go to a country that is very diverse and very good, like hospitable and very good to people who aren't from there. And it's an amazing experience.
What was I wanted to ask this too. What was it like winning that first gold medal?
Oh wow. Very like fulfilling. Like when got up on that podium with the gold, I got emotional. I was very happy, and my coach from home was there to see me compete. So seeing her standing in front of me on the gold medal podium was a very special moment for me because I got to share that experience with my coach from home.
Yeah,
And over the years, have you made a lot of friendships through the games?
I have a whole variety of friends from across the country. I even have friends in your guys' country in different states in the U.S.
sweet. Well, we're friends now. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
It's amazing to be able to be on that podium, and have my mother watching me too. And they're just
yeah.
when
Like knowing
I
everyone.
found out we got the gold medal in the for the teams one. I ran to my coach, of course, but after I ran to my coach, I really ran to my mother and was like, gave her the biggest hug, and she was like, had tears running in her eyes, and definitely, it was just amazing to just have that person there to be there when you win that one special medal, and just definitely, it was just amazing, and definitely, I bet you both were crying like crazy. And it was just amazing to
My coach and
definitely.
I, yeah. There's a picture of her hugging me, and in the photo, it looks like she's crying. She was so proud of me.
Absolutely.
I can feel it. I feel like I'm there with you talking about it. And
Yeah.
what are what do you think are some of the biggest gaps currently for businesses prioritizing kind of access and inclusion for people with
Like
disabilities?
sponsors?
Sponsors, businesses, you go out to on the internet, you go to stores, you go anywhere. Or do you feel like businesses are welcoming enough of athletes in the Special Olympics or
Yeah.
people with disabilities to be a part of this world.
Yes. The sponsors and stuff like that are extremely important because they help sponsor for us athletes to be able to go to a games or to be able to go on our trips to nationals and all that. We wouldn't have an organization without our sponsors.
And what do you think businesses could do better at to continue to include people?
Doing more like interviews with athletes in Special Olympics and promoting it more.
So keeping the conversation going, showcasing the world,
keep promoting it.
breaking stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
When you went to, when's the last competition place you went to?
My last major competition I competed at was in Niagara Falls in Ontario. I was at the Canada Summer Games. I got a gold and a silver in the 200 and a silver in the 100 meter dash. Those were the last major competition I took part in.
Did they sponsor like shoes or hats or and stuff?
I'm trying to think of what their sponsor was. They had a variety. Canada Games is a different organization. They're not solely Special O. It's also generic athletes in there too. So I'm trying to think. Oh my God. I'm trying to think of who the sponsor was. Pretty sure Tech was one of their sponsors.
Okay.
And Sports Canada.
Like,
and the Canada Games, obviously, organization.
Brooks sponsored shoes for when we went to Seattle. Brooks sponsored shoes, and they I'm actually wearing my shoes today. Actually, it was just I have like 2 pairs of them, and definitely.
I own Brooks as well. Actually, I have a pair for regular shoes that I wear all the time, and then I have my other ones that are more expensive that I wear solely for training.
Right. Yeah. These are just. They're so comfortable. It's unbelievable.
And why is it so important as a Special Olympics athlete to have access and inclusion on social media and on websites?
So that people can see our journey and follow our journey along the way.
Dude, how long have you been telling your journey on social media?
That's amazing. That I don't have words to piggyback on that one because definitely, promoting Special Olympics on social media and just this podcast. A lot of people have reached out, we put it on Facebook, we put ads on Facebook, and people have just reached out, not knowing we haven't reached out to them. They reach out to us, and it's like, wow,
How do I get involved and all that, and how do I join?
Exactly, and it's just amazing.
I actually got one of my schoolmates when I was in 10th or 11th grade, to join Special O with me. Because he was so intrigued by my experience with it, so he wanted to join, and he did.
Absolutely, that's amazing.
And if somebody wanted to follow you on social media, where could they go to learn more?
My Facebook account and my Instagram. Those are the 2 major platforms that I mostly post on.
I love that. And I'm guessing just if they search your name, it'll pop up.
My Instagram is Regan Elizabeth @_22, and my Facebook is my first and last name.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Sweet. In a few words, could you answer the question? What does accessibility and inclusion mean to you?
Means it means basically to have everyone united. It means no one discriminates anyone, no one treats anyone any different than any other person. We all treat each other as an equal.
I love that.
Excellent answer. I love that too.
And thank you, Regan, for joining today's episode on Inclusion Revolution podcast and Spotlight Session collaboration. We are beyond impressed with your dedication and commitment to not only becoming a better athlete each day, but a leader in the movement for a more inclusive world. We are both rooting for you to bring back some medals and for Team Canada. And just thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I can't say enough how much this really has been. I'm telling you, you will blossom. People have been. When I talk about Special Olympics, people are like, Special Olympics isn't that like Paralympic and stuff? I'm like, no, that's just it's a different Special Olympics. It's Special Olympics that have people that are wheelchair bound, people are blind, and
People are deaf.
deaf,
I
and
actually have an athlete on my club team this year. His name is Christian Garrow.
mhm,
He is deaf, and he talks with American Sign Language. He's nonverbal. He has a
mhm,
cochlear implant, so he can hear sounds, but he can't
mhm.
understand what they are. So we write things down for him because he can write and then talk in sign language, but he can't speak our language. He can't
Right,
talk.
right. I have a colleague of mine who does powerlifting, and he's blind, and it's like Ben, he. I mean, he can lift. I haven't seen him lift, but he's got several gold medals, and it's like wow, just
Yeah,
to and definitely, but definitely, can't wait to see that, you know, and definitely, you have my permission to definitely post this podcast everywhere you like, and definitely just tell your friends about this podcast, and definitely, maybe we can get more collaboration with Canada, and definitely, it's just been amazing to talk to you about how you're so excited about World Games, and I know you're just gonna blow it out of the park. I'm just like with a track. You definitely gotta send me a video or something. Like I'm
yeah.
like,
If you add me on social media, you can follow my journey and you can reach out to me so that you can get to know me more and I can tell you more about my experience. And
yeah,
all.
just have your 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 person send us your social media account, and definitely I will definitely hit you
Yeah.
a follow, and
We'll all
definitely
be posting together, and
yeah, 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 yeah,
we'll
definitely,
get this
definitely.
out.
Yeah, and you guys, even after this, if you guys add me on social media, you can follow my journey between now and June, because I'll
Okay,
be
hold on.
posting my journey about how well I do at my regional meets leading up to the
All
games.
right, it's
There's a
Reagan.
lot of
It's
work.
How my stuff is going all
you
throughout the
said
month.
it's Reagan. It's Reagan
Regan Elizabeth / 23,
for
and in
Facebook.
my
No, Facebook.
Facebook is Regan, my first and last name.
REGAN. What's the last H?
No, we'll definitely get it to you
Oh yeah, yeah,
after
definitely, definitely,
after
definitely,
the
definitely.
recording. But
Yeah,
Definitely.
again, thank you so much, Regan, for being our first guest
of
on
course.
on the podcast, and it's just wonderful having you. And thank you for all of our guests for staying till the end. Take care, everyone.
You too.
Yeah, you
Bye.
too.